A very good morning to today's session. Jenkins CI. Today's agenda: what is Agile Development, continuous integration, typical setup of continuous integration, Jenkins features, or how do we run Jenkins on the local host, and finally the summary. Now, what is Agile Development? It is a methodology which is being followed by many different companies today. It is basically a 15 to 30 day sprint, which happens 13-day sprint, wherein the development happens iteratively. That is, the functionalities are developed iteratively. Now, once the functionality is developed in the current iteration, it is followed by integration and testing. Now, what are the advantages of agile development? It is basically a very dynamic. It is a very dynamic approach, wherein any challenges can be accepted at the last minute as well, and also many long and tiring integrations can be avoided. In order to incorporate agile development, we make use of what is called as continuous integration. In continuous integration, the coders dynamically every check in their code, and the result of the build, that is whether success or failure, will immediately get notified to the developers. Now, once the failure is detected by the developers, it can immediately be resolved. Hence, it is a very speedy process. Now, what is the typical setup of continuous integration? Now we see that it consists of three components: source control, continuous integration server, and the server. Now whenever there is a code change or new code notification, immediately the new notification comes to the continuous integration server as seen by step 1. Now step 2, the new code is pulled by the continuous integration server, and then the build tests are some of the tests are built, and depending on the success, the begin deployment notification goes to the server, and then in step 5 the new code is pulled by the server, and finally the step 6 finish deployment notification is given. Going back to our agenda, now what are Jenkins features? As we know that Jenkins is a open source tool, and it is easy to install. It can be hosted locally. It has a rich set of plugins and a lot of integrations as well. And then you can create pipelines in it. There is email notification feature available as well. And then there is what is called as Ocean Blue, through which we can create pipelines. Now, how do we run Jenkins? Firstly, Firstly, we have what is called as Jenkins IO download URL. There are two columns as we can see here. One is for the weekly release, and the other one is long-term support. So here you have what is called a generic Java package, or Jenkins.war file. So I'll click on it to save it. So I have already saved it, so I'll just cancel it. Now Now, how do we run the Jenkins.war file? Firstly, you will have to go to the folder where it has been saved. The Jenkins.war file has been saved. So once it is saved, I make use of what is called as Java minus jar Jenkins.war. So this takes couple of minutes. We need to wait till it says Jenkins is fully up and running. We see that some of the plugins, while installing for the first time, hasn't been downloaded properly, hence the failure. Okay, so we see that Jenkins is fully up and running. Now, how do we run? Localhost 8080 locally. So we see that the admin privileges are asked. So I'm just typing in. Yeah, you can see that it has, this is the dashboard. You can see new item, people, build history, etc. Now coming back to the summary, we have discussed about what is agile development, continuous integration, typical setup of continuous integration, what are the Jenkins features, and running Jenkins. Stay tuned for my new new PowerPoint presentations on Jenkins, like running Jenkins as a Windows service, etc. Thank you.